Tony, thank you very much for that. Can we now move on to talk about those common entrance results? And I just want to remind you where you currently sit. You've got 75% grade A to C, which we both agreed would be very good. I know that you were targeting 80% plus A to C. What are your thoughts on where they are now?
Yes, I think if I was honest, I'm reasonably happy with where they are. We put a great deal of effort in to get them there. So overall, yes, I'm perfectly happy. Obviously, 80% would be ideal.
And in terms of the 75%, what do you think are the main reasons why you've managed to get as many to that level?
Well, I think we looked back at them and we thought, right, there are some pupils in here who are going to need support.
Yeah.
So what I did was I spoke to the head department and I said, look, I want to take these kids out of these lessons because I want to give them the additional support,
Right.
and work with them on these areas. And he agreed. That's fine. I also spoke to the parents, and I said, look, this is where your child needs to be, and if he does this at home, he can be sure to get in there. He can work towards it.
So you felt that you had parental support and head of department support?
Yes, yes, and that helped me to get there.
Okay, look, well done, Tony. In hindsight, sort of looking back, is there anything that you would have done differently? And if so, what?
I suppose, if I was honest, there are still one or two pupils in that group who, if I could have had the time and worked with them individually, I would have got them even higher. Because they had problems with certain areas of maths. Okay. And given the time, I would have got there, but it's just time.
Okay, so time is the main restriction factor from your point of view. Yeah. Look, thank you for that, Tony. If we can move on to the VBBs, Value Based Behaviour, are there any that you're really happy that where you are now?
Yes, I suppose in terms of the first one on the list, which is excellence.
Excellence, yes.
Yeah, I think I do put the effort in. Yeah, so I think I'm probably at level 3 on that, if I was honest with myself. Because I want to push the kids. I want to push things, and you know me, I'll go the extra mile. And I'll stay the extra half an hour at school, I'll do whatever it takes at lunch break to support these kids. So I think I do that bit really well. I take pride in what I've achieved. And yes, whilst I'm reasonably happy with the results, I'd be even happier if they got paid at 80%.
Look, Tony, there's no question you are passionate about what you do. You work so hard, and I'm really, really pleased with the excellent effort that you put in. So I wouldn't argue with that at all, and I would certainly happily agree with that. Are there any that you would like to focus a bit more on to support yourself?
I think, given back to something that you said earlier, which is sort of you were offering support here, which I probably didn't pick up on. So if I'd come to you at that stage and said, I've got issues here, is there any way around it? And I suppose, although knowing the head of maths, it probably might not work though, but if I'd gone to him and said, look, yes, I want to take the kids out, but there's additional kids who need even more support. Have you got some ideas of what I can do with them? He might have come back with some ideas. Who knows? But those are the areas which I would like to, perhaps, if I was honest, work on. So working with other people and getting support.
So in collaboration perhaps will be one that you'd like to focus more on?
Yes, I think so. I think so. But it goes against my almost sort of nature, which is I like to get on with things and do them. And also, to be honest, as I said earlier, sometimes people aren't as supportive as they could be. And I've had that in the past. So rather than ask for advice, I just like to get on with it. But I think that's probably the area.
So if we rewind, if you get to a scenario, a situation where you want that advice, you haven't asked for that advice, after this conversation, what can you do to seek the advice, to get the advice, and just to collaborate more with your teammates?
I suppose I just need to be a little bit more open and to take time with my colleagues. I think sort of they all see me as a good teacher, which I think I probably am. But we don't really have that conversation about sort of education and learning, perhaps, which it is perhaps failing on my side.
Well, actually, Tony, I would suggest that your colleagues see you as a very good teacher. And we're talking about small margins here, because we're trying to get you from very good to outstanding. And if you can just take on board some of the things that we've discussed, that certainly will help you, and ultimately it will support the children, because that's what it's all about. If we can get 80% plus of our students A to C in common entrance, we know they're all going to get into school of their choice. And that's our job, isn't it?
Yes. I totally agree.
So are you happy with that?
I am very happy with that. Yeah.
3, 2,